I'm Alex Stelliton, and I'm here to pitch a competitive RPG where players level up and battle each other asynchronously over mobile devices. Like Fire Emblem, gameplay is grid-based, and its turn-based nature will be like the at-your-own-pace style of Words with Friends. Much like that game, players can challenge their friends or be paired against people online. Each match will be its own game and have nothing to do with previous matches. Before the match starts, players will choose one of three available classes. Each class will have one feature that makes it unique, but individual stats will be tweaked to ensure the classes remain balanced. Players then have the opportunity to customize the layout of their side of the grid-based battlefield. Once the battle starts, most of the field will become dark, and the player is only able to see what or who is in their immediate surroundings. Every turn starts with movement. Swiping the screen moves and faces the character in that direction. Which way the character is facing matters, as their sides and back receive extra damage. Once their movement phase ends, players can choose one of a few options. Monster battles only occur if the player chooses to find monsters after moving. Up to 4 monsters are randomly chosen from a small pool of 3 to 5 enemies. The closer a player is to the opponent's kingdom, the harder these battles become. Monsters spawn in the tiles surrounding the player. Swiping towards a monster faces and attacks them, while swiping away from monsters attempts to run away. If players are defeated by monsters, they become crippled. They will recover a small amount of health, but their max health is halved. But defeating monsters will earn them gel, one for each monster fought. This can be used to create one of 5 potions that increase current or base stats. If a player instead chooses to attack their surrounding area after moving, they can destroy certain objects on the overworld or attack the other player if they're close. Battling the other player is similar to monster battles, except the turn ends immediately after attacking. Damage will be dealt to the opponent, and they will be provided the opportunity to run away or fight back on their turn. Additionally, if they choose to use magic after moving, players have access to 4 reusable runes that cost mana to use. These range from traps to altering what players can see. After a player has completed a monster battle, attacked their surrounding area, used a rune, or used a health potion, their turn ends. The primary objective is to personally defeat the other player in combat. However, to counter players who simply run away from conflict, stealing their kingdom's treasure and carrying it back to your own kingdom counts as an alternative win condition. There are many ways the player can go about winning. They can sneak through the shadows to their opponent's treasure, level up an archer's sight for longer range attack, create a fortified battlefield and defend their own kingdom, or simply max out strength to deal massive damage to their opponent. The options present in this game allow players several choices in how they pursue victory. One of the risks this project presents is that we don't have experience setting up online multiplayer games. Fortunately, because the game is asynchronous, we only need to figure out how to send and receive changes in variables after a player has completed their turn. Another risk is our lack of experience with mobile devices. We will need to learn how to implement touch controls and playtest on such equipment. If this is too much of a hurdle, we could instead develop the game for sites like Facebook. There's also a risk of the game dragging on for too long. This will be mitigated by the small size of the battlefield, the additional win condition, and allowing players to accomplish multiple actions per turn. This will be tweaked until the game averages less than 25 turns each. Please let me know your thoughts on this pitch, and thank you for your time.